The Clambuster Black Knight is here, and is it worth it? Let's find out. Come on, do something. Do something. Do something. Do something. So this is the Clambuster Black Knight. This premium miniature includes multiple optional parts, allowing you to determine the exact pose you want for this stunning model on your game table. It comes shipped with this premium baggie, stapled to this premium packaging. I am taking the piss out of it. It is a boutique item offered by Catalyst Game Labs. It is the first of hopefully many releases that they'll do. But let's not get too wrapped up on what could be and what can be. Let's go ahead and open this guy up and see what the miniature looks like. Alright, so we got the parts sorted. You're going to notice that you have a left and right arm. You're going to have 3 legs, 2 left, 1 right. You're going to have 2 fists, and then 2 open palms. The lower torso, the upper torso, the head, and the awesome sword hand. So right out of the gate, they give you plenty of customization that you can do without heavily modifying your miniature. And in fact, like parts like the leg and the hip are keyed, as you can tell, so you don't actually put them in incorrectly together. So immediately after opening this guy, it took me almost, I would say, a minute to figure out what I was going to do with them. So here we go with the first iteration. It's kind of like a mock-up. I did chop up a adder that I got from my blind box pulls, but I wanted to have the Black Knight standing victorious over something, and I already have 2 other adders. I don't need 3, so third one was the charm. So while we were looking at the mock-up of what the pose will be, I did want to touch upon some quality issues that I had with this model. Number 1, there was like a mold shift on the crest that runs from the front of the head to the back. There were some mold lines here and there. The sword was crooked. I had to straighten it in hot water. The hands, the open palmed hands, had a lot of flash in there. And as I was cleaning out the flash very carefully, fingers started to fall off. And I was very meticulous. I was not going crazy, not going super fast. So just be careful when you're cleaning these. If you go down this route and you buy this model, just be careful. So first steps were to glue the Black Knight together in the pose after measuring everything out and dry fitting everything. Sprayed it black, then did a zenithal of white on top. Then went back over with another round of white, and then used contrast paint Apothecary White to shade the model. The adder was painted using Aramin Blue for the base, but to do all the damage on the left side of the adder and the top was a hobby knife, just carved in a nice chunk up top to make it look like the sword hit the top of the adder. Then I used a pin vise after I chopped the arm off with hobby clippers to just really drill out that battle damage where the left arm gets blown off. Now we can see the Black Knight has been mounted on top of his scenic base. Painting white is one of those colors you have to use multiple thin coats of, like yellow. And for the white on the Black Knight, I used Reaper Factory White. It is my go-to white. The near black gray is Citadel Eschen Gray, which is another gray I really like. You could use Vallejo German Gray instead. And here we go, nearly finished. Added decals and contrast paint to various parts of the model, and use the airbrush to add a little bit of dirt and soot to the bottom of the legs of the Black Knight. Turned out great. And here's the finished product. I think the miniature is great. As is, out of the package, without doing like the scenic base or anything like that. It's a great mini. There's lots of detail. There's lots of options in here. Price point is kind of a sticking point for me. I think $25 US is a little too much, but they do give you options for more fragile material than metal. But there's more. I think it's going to be easier to customize this down the road if you want to get really funky with it. Maybe add some LEDs or what have you. You could do it easier with this plastic resin material that they're using rather than metal. Will I use it in games? I don't know, but it's done. It's a display piece. Went a little bit above and beyond, above tabletop standard for it. If you think the paint job's good, let me know. If you think it sucks, let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I would doubt that this is a start of a Comstar army or anything like that. It's more of a one-off. But maybe, who knows? Maybe when Wave 2 hits. But the sculpt is really nice. There's a lot of detail. And it was just a lot of fun to paint. I know I probably annoyed my hobby group because I kept sending like mini snippet videos here and there throughout the entire thing looking for feedback. Before I forget, the hazard stripes are from Fighting Piranha Graphics, and the 01 numbers are actually from Battlefront. I used some World War II decals for that right thigh. Alright, let's get some comparison shots in here with other miniatures. Alright, first comparison is with an unofficial MechWarrior Online Black Knight. I used to adore the MWO Black Knight model. I love this one more, this new one more. So how does it stack up against a light mech? So we have the classic Locust to compare to. Let's go ahead and compare it to another heavier mech, the Warhammer. And as we can see with the side-by-side comparison between the Warhammer and the Black Knight is taller. If the Black Knight was just standing straight up, it would just tower over the Warhammer. And I wanted to get a terrain comparison shot. So here's the Black Knight with Gamecraft Minis 711 miniature. So the miniature's all great and good and all, but what can you do with it? Well, an Alpha Strike. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So you're looking at short range, medium range, damage brackets of 4, long range 1. It does have the overheat 3 value, so you can get that extra punch in when you need. Melee and energy round out its special skills, and it only has an 8-inch move. You are rocking 7 armor and 3 internal structure, so this mech can take a little bit of a punch, but also deliver a punch back, especially if it's facing its contemporaries for its era. In classic BattleTech, this thing is a monster, especially against other Inner Sphere mechs. But the Clanbuster Black Knight could also give a clanner a really bad day. On its left arm, it's got a medium pulse laser and holds a giant ass hatchet. Gotta cut that meat. Right arm's got the ERPPC and a medium pulse laser. Left torso's got a large laser and a medium pulse laser. Right torso's got another large laser, medium laser combo. And your center torso has the large pulse laser. This thing is going to be generating a lot of heat, so use your heat management skills wisely with this. But getting close and F them up. I mean, they say the battlefield role is brawler. It's a bruiser. Your mileage may vary, but I think this thing is something to be feared and not to be taken lightly. So how'd I do? Did I do the miniature justice? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the mech overall? Let's get that conversation going. Is the Black Knight worth it? Is it worth its points? Is it just something to take because aesthetically it looks awesome? Which, I'm going to raise my hand. I mean, who doesn't like giant robots holding giant swords? It's pretty awesome.